Welcome to Hanging Out with Robert, that's me. This video contains things that I encounter throughout the day. If for some reason I complete a task and you would like to see the details, you could click on the link in the description area below. This video also contains tips and tricks that I learned throughout the years. I plan on leaving this video accessible for about 30 days. After that, you can view it through my Patreon account. Thank you very much for watching. Today is turning out to be an interesting day. Went for my walk, which was great. Nice cool breeze doing that. Then I took care of some stuff on the computer, got the video posted. Then I went to get my storage facility. It's bigger than I expected, so I got plenty of room there to go in and out, get what I need in and out of there, so that's great. It's an indoor climate control facility. Then I went to the post office, drop off a package for Rudy, and got an email letting me know that a part that I shipped to Switzerland a month ago is still bumping around in Cincinnati. So it was checked into Cincinnati. Sound like it's lost or stolen to me. So I'm waiting on them to let me know where this package is. They told me I won't hear nothing until Tuesday. Then they are also telling me why my mail forwarding is not working. I had mail forwarding set up. In less than 30 days, they're returning mail, going to Albuquerque instead of forwarding it to Cincinnati. I don't know why. So now I checked on my heart medication because it is not showing up in the mail like it's supposed to. And since I transferred from the hospital in Albuquerque to the one here in Cincinnati, they have canceled or are not filling my prescription. So I had to make a visit up here to the VA hospital. That's where I'm at now, trying to get this sorted out so that I can get enough medication to travel. So that's where I'm at. After this, I think I'm gonna go make sure my AC is fully serviced at the shop, take care of a couple other things, and it's gonna be a busy day. Here I am, folks, at 2 Stacks, grab a couple of goodies. So hopefully I'll find a couple of good things I need for other people. I think I might be good for now. In this video, I'm going to try to take this mirror off of this Volvo S80. It's got the blind spot camera in it. Not sure how to tell if that works or not when they're out here in the salvage yard, but I'm going to take them anyway. Hopefully they'll work. First thing you got to do is take off the door panel. Man, it looks like it's got a nice piece of wood in there. I'm going to try to take this off without damaging anything. And it does have the bliss. First thing I did was open up the door, come in here. There's a trim piece right here. I don't know why this looks like it's got a spot in the middle of it that you could pry this way. There's 2 screws under there, so I'm gonna take those 2 screws out. Next thing I did was pry it around the door panel, knock the trim pieces loose, and try to lift the panel up and away from the door. It's got a plug there, plug here, cable hooked up there, and another blue plug here. I'm gonna try to pull these loose without damaging anything. Then I'm gonna get up top, see what I need to do up there. I got these plugs unplugged. The door panel just fell away, but here, this is kind of latched in here. You gotta pry these open, I think, to get this cable out of here. Yep, if you're not holding it, it will fall down. So I'm gonna put that back in the car. Now I need to figure out how to get this off without damaging it. And then I already unplugged that. I got another plug up there, looks like to unplug. And then I could unscrew the mirror. So let me see how to get this trim off without destroying it. The front side had these pressure clips. Just pull them out and unhook the back side. So now you could unplug this Do got a little push. And then it's got a speaker in it too. Like I'm gonna need 2 hands to do that. This has a release there, and this has a release here. So let me squeeze those, get those off. Part of the blips. T30 here, and behind this gasket here is a T30 there. So pull those 2 T30s out, and this mirror should fall away from the car. It's got a guide pin there and a guide pin there as well. And there you have it, a mirror. I got most of what I came out here for. Time to get out of here, go up to Nordic, and make sure my AC is serviced properly. I got my AC serviced. Now I'm back home. Time to change the oil in Panther. So I come down here under the car. That's when it was last changed. It's got a few miles on it, over 10,000 miles, but I'm going to change it anyway. There it is. I got the oil topped off. I'm going to wipe off my oil cap, fire it up, get it off these ramps, get it on level ground, check the level, make sure the level's good, and show you guys what I did to troubleshoot this air conditioning. My bottle seemed to age pretty quick. I think that thing's only like 4 years old. My guess is, I'm going to try to find the date on the bottle, but my guess is the fact that I'm not running a heat shield over my turbo is probably causing more heat to build up here and could cause that to deteriorate. And I hate to say it may also be an issue with my ECU, losing good connections in there. So I'm gonna put a heat shield over that turbo, get that heat going down and under the car instead of pulling up on top of the car. I do have another coolant bottle somewhere around here. I'm gonna try to find that, get that installed, get a heat shield installed, and see how long the next one lasts. Then I'm going to try to look back at my history and see how long this one actually lasts or find the date on it. I recently had this mind-blowing, difficult situation of trying to figure out why my air conditioning system was kicking off, wouldn't kick back on, and sometimes wouldn't work at all, especially if it was hot outside. So I contacted my mechanic. He told me to check the ground and the power of the socket of this relay right here. This is the air conditioner compressor relay. You pull that out and you have socket there. Over here on the left, this one right here is supposed to be a ground. You hook up an ohm meter, you test it for ground. If you have a ground with the car started and running, you're good to go. The computer is good. This pin up here in the front is supposed to have 12 volts. The pin over there to the right is supposed to have 12 volts. If they do not have 12 volts, you have a power problem coming from somewhere, either the climate control unit, a blown fuse, or something like that. Now, what he had me do, he had me jump from this center prong up here closest to me to the center prong in the back, and that kicked my compressor on. Once that happened, I was good to go. So let me tell you what pins these are as far as the schematic is concerned, and you could read schematics. You're better off than I am. I'm not good at that. This forward prong closest to the bottom of the screen is pin number 30. That is supposed to have 12 volts whenever the vehicle is running. This prong to the left over here, closest to that way, is pin number 85. That's the one that is supposed to have a ground. The one on the right is pin number 86, and the pin in the back is pin number 87. It is not supposed to have any power unless the computer kicks that ground on, which sends power back to that pin, which starts that compressor. And that pin back there is 87. So the top pin is 87, the pin to the right is 86, the pin closest to me is pin 30, and the pin to the left is pin 85. 85 is a ground, 30 is 12 volts, 86 is 12 volts, and 87 receives power to cut the compressor on. This relay is under the hood on your S&V 70s. So I pulled the relay out, and the pin closest to me is pin 30. The pin to the left is pin 85. That's supposed to be a ground when the engine's running. This pin 30 is supposed to have power when the engine's running. The pin to the right over here is pin number 86, and the pin in the back is pin number 87. It's not supposed to have power unless this gets a ground and the relay will activate it. The 87 will not have any power, and when the system is on, working properly, and the computer allows the compressor to kick on, it will send power back to that 87 pin. So, if you suspect you have a problem, you're not getting power out there, you can pull this relay, start the car, and jump pin 30 to pin 87. Your compressor should kick on. Once I kicked my compressor on with the jump wire, the compressor was running, everything seemed fine. I pulled the jump wire out, I put the relay back in there. My system's been working normal ever since. I don't know why, it just did. I put my multimeter to ohms. I took this pin, I set it in here where it's supposed to be a ground. Set it there. I came out here, I put this on the ground through my check strap. Where's my bolt there? I got a bolt around here somewhere that I actually put this on. It might ground here. I ground it to that screw down here. Made sure I came up here. As you see, it's open, no ground, but if I start the car, I should have a ground. So let me make sure the car's in neutral, fire it up. Now when I ground this wire back here, I should have 0 resistance. And there you have it, little to no resistance. So the air conditioner will work when I turn it on. Oh, when the relay's in, I mean. Let me cut it off, put the relay back. Also, with the car running, I put this over to voltage, read volts. I ground this wire, and I put this one into pin 30. I should have voltage there. So when I ground this, I should get 12 volts, almost 14 volts. Then I drop the pin in 86. I should have 12 volts there. Up, the system's off. When I turn the system on, maybe I'll get my 12 volts then. Alright, when the system's on, I got almost 13 volts. And then on that back pin, I don't have anything. With the system on, no voltage. So, when I turn the system on, I get 12 volts over there on pin 86. When the engine's running, I get voltage right here on pin 30. Yep, I got voltage. So there you have it. You got a ground on pin 85. Pin 30 will get power when you start the car. Pin 86 will get power when you cut the ECC on, and pin 87 will get power when everything's working. So that's where we're at. That's what happened. That's what I did to get my AC running, and it's still working. I just heard the compressor kick on. So let's go out there and see that the compressor is turning. You see the front of the compressor turning? That's letting you know the AC is working, baby. Hope that helped. If you feel that this information was useful, please like it and share it with your social media friends. You can subscribe to my channel so that you will get notifications of future videos that I post. You can follow me on Twitter, and if you need to contact me directly, please visit my website. And if you have any questions, leave them below, and someone or myself will reply to them. Again, thank you very much for watching.